In the fast-moving, spotlight-driven world of Chinese entertainment, where rumors are born in seconds and narratives are often exaggerated, it is rare for a quiet gesture to create such a massive wave of discussion. And yet, that is exactly what happened when the public began to notice something unusual. Chen Xingxu's behavior toward Dilraba felt unmistakably different. Not different in an obvious or sensational way, and certainly not in a way that screamed controversy, but different in a subtle, restrained manner that made the contrast even more striking. For years, Chen Xingxu has been known for his calm demeanor and guarded public image. He is an actor who keeps his distance from gossip, rarely fuels speculation, and prefers to let his performances speak for themselves. That reputation is precisely why the shift in tone people observed when he appeared alongside Dilraba Dilmurat immediately caught attention. It did not feel random. It did not feel accidental. And it certainly did not feel insignificant. At first glance, nothing seemed extraordinary. There were only short behind-the-scenes clips, promotional photos, brief moments during press events, and fragments of interviews. But as fans replayed those moments again and again, a pattern slowly emerged. Chen Xingxu appeared noticeably more cautious in Dilraba's presence. His voice softened. His expressions became more measured. His reactions were quicker, as if he were constantly aware of her comfort and state of mind. These were not grand gestures meant to impress an audience, but small details that, when combined, painted a compelling picture. What intensified the discussion was the consistency of this behavior. It did not appear once or twice and then disappear. It showed up across different settings and situations, both on camera and off. When Dilraba looked tired, Chen Xingxu seemed to adjust his pace. When interviews drifted towards sensitive territory, he often chose his words carefully or subtly redirected the conversation, creating space rather than pressure. Nothing about it felt exaggerated or performative. On the contrary, the restraint made it feel more genuine. This consistency led many to ask the same question. Why did this feel so different? Chen Xingxu is widely respected for his professionalism, but he is not known for visible emotional openness in public settings. So why did this particular partnership bring out such a noticeable shift? The curiosity did not stem from a single dramatic moment, but from the accumulation of quiet, telling details that were difficult to dismiss. One explanation frequently offered by industry observers is high-level professionalism. Dilraba is not only one of the most popular actresses in China, but also a public figure under immense pressure. Every movement, every expression, every word she speaks is scrutinized. Working under that level of attention requires not only talent, but also emotional resilience. In such an environment, having a co-star who is sensitive, respectful, and aware of boundaries can make an enormous difference. Chen Xingxu appears to understand this reality and to respond to it with an extra layer of care. Still, for many viewers, professionalism alone does not fully explain what they are seeing. There is a sense of emotional ease in their interactions, not romanticized or exaggerated, but rooted in mutual comfort. Their on-screen chemistry has been widely praised for feeling natural and emotionally grounded. That kind of chemistry rarely comes from technique alone. It often grows out of trust, communication, and an unspoken understanding between two people working closely together. When that connection exists, it does not simply vanish when the cameras stop rolling. This is where the line between professionalism and chemistry becomes blurred. When two actors truly align in their working style, audiences tend to sense a different energy. Not because something secret is happening, but because respect and understanding are visibly present. In Chen Xingxu's case, it appears that he does not see Dilraba merely as a co-star fulfilling a role, but as a partner in the creative process whose well-being directly affects the quality of their work together. Of course, skepticism is inevitable. In the entertainment industry, nothing is ever viewed in isolation. Some argue that this behavior is simply part of a calculated promotional strategy. Warm interactions between lead actors often help generate buzz, fuel online discussion, and attract viewers. From that perspective, the attention surrounding Chen Xingxu and Dilraba could be seen as carefully managed rather than organic. Yet this theory loses some weight when placed against Chen Xingxu's history. He has never been an actor known for excessive fan service or exaggerated public intimacy. In past projects, he maintained a reserved presence, rarely leaning into publicity-driven narratives. Because of this, many longtime fans believe what they are seeing now is not a sudden change in strategy, but a natural expression of his character, thoughtful, restrained, and deeply respectful of those he works with. Public reaction has been intense and emotionally charged. Some viewers find the interactions heartwarming, interpreting them as a rare example of healthy collaboration in a highly competitive industry. Others urge caution, reminding everyone not to project fantasies onto professional relationships. These differing perspectives have only fueled further discussion, with each new clip or photo examined closely and debated from multiple angles. In the end, perhaps the true appeal of this story lies not in finding a definitive answer, but in the ambiguity itself. Chen Xingxu's different behavior toward Dilraba cannot be reduced to a single explanation. It seems to be shaped by professionalism, shared chemistry, personal respect, and the complex dynamics of the entertainment world all at once. Together, these elements create an impression that feels real, even if it remains difficult to define. What is certain is that this difference has left a lasting impression on the audience, not because of scandal or manufactured drama, but because it highlights a quieter, more mature side of the industry, one where attentiveness and respect stand out more than loud declarations ever could. In a space often dominated by spectacle, it is precisely this subtlety that has captured so much attention. And perhaps that is why the question continues to linger. Not because people are searching for sensational answers, but because they sense something genuine beneath the surface, an interaction that flows naturally, speaks softly, and resonates deeply precisely because it refuses to explain itself.